right, so we got the 1139 spoilers, and we're getting the reveal of who the quote-unquote mysterious man of Elbaf is, and it's who we expected. It's Scopper. And I'll get more into who Scopper is, of course. But other than that, the chapter is 13 pages, so it's kind of short, but still kind of impactful. So let's get into it. On the cover, we see who's who is going to kill page 1 in Ulti. I know I haven't really been paying attention to Yamato's cover story, but once something huge happens, hopefully if it does, I'll recap the whole thing. Or if it just ends, I'll recap it eventually. I'm hoping this ends with Blackbeard invading Wano to get Pluton, but maybe that's just a little too grand at this point. The mysterious man appears. He's Scopper Gaban. However, presentation box says his name is Yasan. All right, here it is. This is the reveal. It was Scopper Gaban the whole time. So, who is Scopper Gaban? Well, he is the third in command of the Roger Pirates, or at least he was when they were still a thing. So if you have Roger and Rayleigh, who are like the Luffy and Zoro, then this guy is like the Sanji of that crew. He's not like Sanji, or at least, actually, now that I think about it, he might kind of be like Sanji, but like what Sanji wants to be, if that makes sense. But he's not all weird and pervy the way that Sanji is. That's what I was getting at. Although he might have some kind of Sanji qualities, as we'll come to see, but not really much is known about this guy, to be honest. I mean, if you look at his wiki page, it's kind of just fluffing. Like, most of it is just fluffed information to fill out the page, I guess. But all we really know about him is that he was the third of the Roger Pirates, and that he has 2 axes, and that's pretty much it. Gaban is Ripley's partner and Colin's father, and he says that he is the Minister of Love. So yeah, this is what I was talking about with him possibly being like Sanji, or what Sanji wants to be. Like, I could totally see Sanji calling himself the Minister of Love at some point. But yeah, we also suspected this because Ripley, you know, the big woman giant we've been following these last couple chapters, said that Colin's father, her son, was a human. So we just put 2 and 2 together. It was probably going to be this mysterious human-sized guy who's been going around. By the way, this same person we saw on that cover page drinking sake with Crocus, and now it all makes sense, of course, because Crocus was the doctor on the final voyage of the Roger Pirates. Now, I know you have another question here. How does this work? How does a human the size of Scopper get together with a giant the size of Ripley and do the deed to make a child? Well, I don't really think it matters because Oda will clearly never explain it to us. There's even bigger questions than that. For example, how did Neptune and Odahime make Shirahoshi? I mean, that right there is like, you know, kind of a stretch. Whoa, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But getting to Shirahoshi coming out of Odahime is like, yeah. So Scopper and Ripley getting together here is, you know, kind of just added to those questions that, like I said, we'll probably never get the answers to. Gaban opens the secret treasure room in the castle, where the key for Loki's chains are. All right, here we go. We might be getting to Loki being set free sooner than later. The Giants explain to Usopp and the Straw Hat crew in the party that Scopper Gaban lives in Elbaf. He's the left hand of the Pirate King and the legendary star equal to Roger and Rayleigh. Okay, yeah, this is what we went over in the beginning. I don't know if he's equal to Roger and Rayleigh. I highly doubt that he's that strong, you know, because third place kind of has to be in their own little tier of power. Not quite as strong as Rayleigh, but pretty darn strong, if you know what I mean. But we haven't really seen him do much, at least in the manga continuity. I think in the anime he fought against Odin and it looked somewhat competitive, I guess. I'm not really too high on Odin, but I guess he was pretty powerful back in the day. Hey guys, if you're looking for a great Valentine's Day gift, look no further than Extra Wallet. So if you've been following my channel for some time now, you'll know that I love the Extra Wallet. I've been using it for almost 4 years now. In fact, Extra is one of the first sponsors that we've had on the channel. And the main reason I love Extra Wallet is because it's super slim and it has quick card access. That's right, it has a trigger mechanism awesome that pops up your card. Like I said, I've been using this for almost 4 years now, and it still never gets old. Extra also has its new Card Holder Pro. It lets you hold 2 extra cards and their new Finder card. And speaking of the Finder card, it's an ultra slim rechargeable tracking device that pairs with Apple Find My, allowing you to track your wallet and other belongings with ease. You can also ring your Finder card from up to 300 feet away. So I actually just picked up the leather card holder in the juniper green version. This thing is great, and it even has a back compartment for some extra cards. So guys, you can save up to 35% with Extra's Valentine's Day sale, and by using my code Zhoniin1. I'll have the link in the description. Thanks, guys. The chapter ends with Gaban saying that if Luffy wants the key, he will have to fight for it. Well, alright. This should be really interesting. I do think they'll actually fight here, but I doubt Luffy is going to go Gear 5 because it's kind of like overkill at that point. So maybe he'll fight Scopper at base form, and then maybe Scopper will prove how like strong he still is. You know, kind of like how Rayleigh is still really strong. I mean, he was able to fight against Kizaru. Not saying anything about the outcome of the match or whatever, but he was still able to fight against him. So I assume that Scopper has got to be relative to that in some way. So he can at least fight against Luffy and maybe even, I don't know, push him to Gear 4 or something. But I could be wrong, of course, and then Luffy just goes straight to Gear 5 for some reason. I don't know, but this should be a nice little warm-up, I guess, before Loki gets set free, because I assume this has to end with Loki being set free, right? And then once that happens, either he's going to go berserk or he's still messed up from the Holy Knights beating him up. You know, because we last left off with Shamrock using his Cerberus sword to stab Loki, you know, 3 times in the chest. So I guess that's what this is going to lead to. Them coming across Loki, hanging on for dear life, and then I guess they'll nurse him back to health or something. But after that, after he recovers, then I guess maybe he'll rampage or something, or we'll actually have Luffy versus Loki possibly. Not really sure, but let me know what you think about this in the comments, guys. And if you liked the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.